Alright, Bally, I hope you're doing well as always, and I'm pleased to be joined by my very dear good friend, Mr. Sam Bosanquet.
Hello!
He's in it. He's
Finally.
in it. Finally, after 16 years, we're on film together. But we are at, I keep forgetting the name of the
Aja Studios in Surrey.
You know, and if you listen, you might well hear the angels of Eric Clapton as he lives like 7 minutes down the road. Just hovering. But we're here jamming. We've been buddies for a long time, and it's finally, well, I say finally, because we always, if you heard stories of me going down Denmark Street, getting drunk, and then buying a guitar, I'm usually with him. Actually I was with you when you bought that guitar.
Yeah, this was, yeah.
Tell guys, when the Gretsch, you got it, Peach Guitars.
Peach Guitars, yeah. This was a complete impulse buy, just walked, well, we say impulse. The night before we both said that one of us was going to be walking out with something, so, and I think, what was it, 10 minutes? 10 minutes it took,
10 minutes
looked
in
at
there.
it, picked it up, and yeah.
There was no haggling either, was there?
No, no, it's just literally just paid the full price. I chose to just go off Mike's little hit.
I know, well, you know, we're like grown-ups now, we have proper guitars.
Yeah.
You know, because like Strats,
what happened to all
Telecasters.
our ESPs and our Charvels?
Well, that's it, you know, and we tried to sound like Paul
Dinkley.
Gilbert and Ingve Mountain from 16 to 27.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden we're, you know, we're adults. But but what I thought we'd do is just talk about our gear. I'll do a little, I'll do a pan of our pedal boards we have. So unfortunately I've only got 2 cameras here, but we both got our board set up here, and but we thought we'd just talk about tones and what we think help make good tones for us, and what we want to do to get better tones, the endless journey.
Just spend more money on
spending more money. That's all it is, it's just being bankrupt and hiding stuff from our girlfriends. Much like what Sam does, and I'll probably put a little insert of him hunting for a guitar right now. Now, you know you're in a predicament when you have to hunt out guitars. So, Sam,
Yeah.
how many guitars you got down there?
I think we're up to 14 or 15.
So, I was just saying, where's your Tele Custom? And he's,
I don't really know, I think it's in one of these, I'm not sure, but I don't know. I don't know, normally they're all labelled, but I don't know what's in what, to be honest now.
That is
PRS if you want one.
Yeah, just hanging on in the gig bag in the back.
What is this? I don't even know what this is. What is this in it? Oh, there you go. Here it is. Yeah.
Oh, let's get it out. Let's have a look at it. This is so famous. It was on Blue Peter. Oh, no, it's a red Tele. Wrong Telecaster.
Right. That's yeah. It must be in this bag, surely.
This is the world famous Blue Peter badge Telecaster.
It's got no strings on it though.
Oh, that's always helpful. Yeah. There it is.
Yeah, just have it all knocking around at the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Beautiful. I love that. That just made me laugh.
Yeah, that is yeah. That's pretty ridiculous, isn't it?
A world of.
But look, I don't even know what. So, a Tesco bag. I was like, okay, cool. Loads of pedals.
Oh, what was that whammy pedal?
The whammy pedal, yeah.
Well, half of one.
No, that is that.
Oh, is that the whole thing? Oh, right. Yeah. Oh, sorry. So upside down. Got you.
What else is this? That was a Micro Qtron, Ebos. What else have we got? If you should you ever need it.
Oh, bloody! What's that?
That's the
the Roland. Oh, so then the other half would be connected to the Strat, like the pickup thing.
Yeah, there's a lot. Crazy days.
Well, I thought I had a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
And you turn around and you got a whole studio right there.
Yeah. It's quite handy having your own studio in your house. There's just guitars everywhere in this thing.
Right, so
yeah,
tones. Sam is going for a Mesa Boogie. And you're a big Mesa boy, aren't you?
Yeah, I have been, yeah. I was a big Metallica child, and obviously that is exactly why I have a Mesa.
But surprisingly, I had to go for. I've never been a massive Mesa fan, but I was having a tinker earlier, and
yeah, it's
all right.
Yeah, it's lovely, yeah.
So that's just clean, nothing bone dry, innit? You've got no reverb, nothing on there, is it?
Yeah, no, nothing. Bit of reverb. Yeah.
So it's on the cusp, isn't it? It's clean with a little bit of a push on it, isn't it? You know?
I always like to sort of have a bit of a slap back, you know?
That's the MXR carbon copy.
Oh, it's beautiful.
And I'm going to start knocking that. So obviously I've got my my hamster going, and I've got a bit of reverb there, but I am liking this idea of a bit of a slap back. It does make it bigger. Makes you sound like you're better than what you are. And then, so drive. What do you do drive? Do you stack stuff? Do you have?
So I do. Yeah, I generally use this T-Rex Dr. Swamp just to give it a bit of crunch. And then you get really, when you want to be naughty, kick that in. But sometimes it's always just. I bought this modified overdrive pedal by MXR some years ago. Well, as we both have a mutual friend that was very good at selling things to us. And, yeah. And in fact, probably most of this pedal board came from that guy, including the pedal board.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah, so I have this pedal just gives it a little bit more, but it also has this bump function where it boosts all the mids. So it's just
really fat,
you know. How's that bit?
Nice. So, just so I haven't got a camera on it, he's just stacked the T-Rex, would you say he's Dr. what?
It's a Dr. Swamp.
Dr. Swamp and this MXR gold, sparkly.
Modified OD.
Something what would be on Yngwie Malmsteen's wrist. It's so bling. We literally just saw a picture on Instagram of Yngwie Malmsteen with his strap and like 7 Rolexes on the neck. It's like, as if I couldn't love that man anymore.
Yeah.
Cool, man.
But yeah, and then I've got another MXR pedal, the Sub Machine, just for proper, you know. Yeah, it's very
nice.
And then back to the amp.
And of course, volume pedal.
Yeah, the Ernie Ball volume pedal. Yeah. It's just love it. You know, just get all the big, long, nice long delays and swells and everything, so you can go. Some nice atmospheric things. That's it, really. That's the setup. It's actually quite nice and simple.
Yeah.
It's served me good for many years, so yeah.
And a good old T-Rex board.
Oh, yeah.
Which was again sold by our mutual good friend.
Yeah.
You know what though, we're quite similar regarding, you know, not too complicated.
No.
I mean, I've got a couple. I need to get rid of a couple because I've, you know, for years I just had a Wah, a Boss SD1 and a tuner. That was it, you know. And this wasn't doing session, this was just in my band, you know. And now I currently have like 10 pedals on here, you know. But, you know, unless you do have some kind of, you know, elaborate switching system, you know, the more you are going through, the more your tone does degenerate, you know.
I think we're quite looking at them. We're quite similar guys though, really. You've got
a couple of bow drives with boosts and that, isn't it? And
boosts and just standard setups, really.
Yeah, instead of a volume, I've got a wah and vice versa, which I do. So I do love this. It's the Xotic one. You can kind of EQ it a bit. I had the Dunlop, well, I still have it, but it wasn't. There wasn't as much treble. And of course, if I, you know.
Nice.
Just
nice.
So what is there anything like the dream pedal, the dream thing you want, like either switching stuff, or your dream thing you want next?
Yeah, well, I really want a POG 2.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah.
Basically, I just went through a phase of just looking at everything that John Mayer had, and I just realised that I kind of want everything that he had.
Hashtag gay for Mayer.
Yeah, of course, why not?
That man, but a POG, yeah, because you get all with the POG, it's all the kind of whack,
yeah,
envelope feel, you get all sorts of stuff.
All the envelope feel, and I like it just because you can, just with a few little changes of the dials, you can get like sort of really nice like organy sounds out of it.
Oh, it's like in repair, you use it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, things like that, and it's just one that I've always wanted, really. Yeah.
The POG, eh?
Yeah.
That's the dream. Well, not the dream,
not
but
the dream.
The next.
It's the next thing. Yeah, I have to try and excuse me. I have to try and get it without the other half knowing. I'm sure everyone has this problem where you have another half that likes to just go, do you really need that?
Yeah.
Well, yes. Yeah, you always need it.
You find a way. Well, they're like paints, aren't they? Different colours to it, and it's amazing. Yeah. And the more you kind of dive in, like I say, I just had a Wah and a Boss SD1 overdrive for years and years. But the more you start getting, like with the delay thing we were talking about earlier, off camera, I'm afraid. But we're a little bit too much. But it does just, it does. I don't know. Best we go. Just there a little bit. What more do I need? Yeah, it does. It is a good amp. Yeah. I do like it. It's guitars, and now you moved on to the Gretches.
Yeah. So I was always well, when we first met, I had. What did I have? A white Strat.
White Strat. What
which
is
still
it? Yeah.
You dinked it more times than I can remember.
Yeah.
Into music stands.
Every time you play like 6th fret now. Mike.
Yeah, and the 1st fret and the 4th fret.
It's real relic. Real relic.
But yeah, no. So I was always a Strat man, and then I loved those, and then like I say, I grew up on Metallica, so I had to have an ESP just to.
Well, Kirk Hammett was your man, wasn't he, for a long time,
Yeah, so I got the whole ESP, the MG81 pickups in.
Yeah, you still got it?
I do, it's somewhere.
It's probably
it's somewhere in there, yeah. But yeah, and then as I got older, I moved into Teles. So yeah, I've got, well, as you saw, got 3 Teles.
So are you more Tele now over Strat?
I think so, yeah.
And what do you find with that? Obviously, people often say about the Tele net pickup being slightly weaker than a Strat, but then something like Greg Koch, for example, he really likes the sound of that,
Yeah, but, I actually kind of like it just because it's, I find with a Tele you can blend it so well with so many different styles, and obviously over the years we've played with a lot of different people and everything, and I just find it's just a go-to guitar. It's just, you can pretty much do anything on them. I know you can with Strats, and essentially you can do anything on this, but the Tele just gives you that versatility there.
Well, especially with that in the middle position, that neck and bridge on the Tele is pretty,
of course,
my Tele, like, I'm playing it more, well, saying that, I've been gravitating to this more and more lately, but there's certain things you can't, and then you start now to get people with Strats starting to put little mods on to get the neck and bridge together like that,
Yeah, but I just like it because obviously, with this, obviously, you don't get.
You don't quite
I know, obviously, with the same thing, but even with a Strat, even if you were to twang.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
You don't get that, but with that Tele, you get that really crisp, thick, like snap on it, which is good.
Chicken picking.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
more is more.
I ran out of pedals. I wanted to put more on.
That's the thing. It's like I need to. Well, that's the thing with pedals, isn't it? Sometimes you can get. I mean, I was trying to limit myself there to leave the 805 and the Spark on, but sometimes, like if you're doing a gig, and if you find it, you're doing a gig and then you kick on like say 2 overdrives. Yeah. And it's like, yeah, I got the same, but then it's like, I want more volume. And you kick that, but then by kicking on more, you end up just getting quieter. Like, but I want more, mother. I can't swear anymore on YouTube, but and sometimes by limiting, like there's a guitar player, I think I've told you about, a guy called JD Simo, who's awesome, and he like just plugs into an amp, but he's using a plexi. And he's gunning it.
Okay,
Now we're reasonably loud in here. You know, I mean that's just redonkulous.
Yeah, that
you know, you're like a quarter up, but it's 50 watts, isn't it? You know.
Yeah, it's quite loud.
It's very loud, and I'm halfway up on the Hampstead, but it's 20 watts. You know, but it's like it's not hurting ourselves. Obviously, we're in quite a big room here and like that. You know. Yeah. So that's the thing. So it depends where you're playing. So someone like JD or even like. You know, the guys back in the 60s and that, when I'd have their plexis and they're gunned up to 100 watt, well, or 50 watts, whatever. But I think you get to a certain volume on them where it stops getting louder and it just compresses, isn't it? You know, so when you get to like 7, after that, it's not really getting louder, it's just compressing what then produces that and make the overdrive we love. But, you know, if we're using a little small room with these volumes, we'll cry.
Of course,
with blood. But in here, because we've got quite a nice space, isn't it?
Yeah, this is actually probably the type of volume that we have when we always go on our guitar days.
It
gets louder and louder and louder.
And after about 6 pints, you know, and
of course, and
then we start getting kicked out. Well, I say get kicked out of guitar shops, so let's try and make us buy more bloody stuff, don't they? You know, I don't know. So we talked about pedals and spoke about guitars. Well, leads us to amps then, So how do you set your amp? Do you have it clean? Do you have it dirty?
So I always this amp has always been it's my touring rig.
Did you play it on Blue Peter?
I did, yes. There you go.
This man doesn't have 1 Blue Peter badge. He has 2.
I can get in so many places for free. It's brilliant. Cool. So that basically it's set pretty flat across the board actually.
Right.
I just have it set to on the clean channel and then everything flipped on the bottom to the vintage channel, and then that's kind of it, and just let the amp really do what it's supposed to do. I used to, back in the old days, used to have it all set for modern, and I used to have the scoop mids and stuff, but I don't do that anymore.
Again, I think we're both like that. I used to always, like with my old Cornford stuff and a Marshall had it before, I would have it like set overdrive and then clean it up with the guitar. But I think the more, more you get employed as a working musician, you kind of need more option, and that's why people use overdrives and stuff. Like Michael Landau, for example, he has an amp set clean.
Of course,
you know, and it's the same thing. So like mine's gonna on the
exactly.
Yours is on the cusp, and then you add it.
Mine's just got that bit of a crunch to it, nothing. Quite bright. I like it, so it's quite ferocious, like.
Yeah, it is.
High end to it, like
and then take it from there, kind of thing. Having the volume pedal really, again, it's my next thing I want to get. Yours is the
this is this pedal. As soon as I had an old housemate that I used to live with, a fellow guitar player, and he got me into this, and it's just.
That's an early ball one, yeah.
Yeah, it's just it's changed everything, just because obviously you're not when you're rolling off the volume in your guitar, you're losing little bits out of it, but if it's too loud, you just do that. You know,
and I think the sound guy says turn down, you turn down on that.
Turn down on that.
And when you want your lead,
and you're not losing any of your any of like the.
And you got the amp cooking still.
Exactly.
There you go. How to not piss off a sound guy and get a volume pedal, but you're still happy yourself, isn't it?
Of course, that's it. But then I use so like I say, this is the touring rig. Generally, when you have an amp that's like this, you never ever get to see it on stage because it always has to get put under the stage because they're always too loud. And
is it 1x12 in there? Is it?
It's 2x12.
2x12. Yeah. Oh, okay. It's a cute little cab though.
Yeah. It's great. But then I also I got a little high watt amp that I bought that I needed just to get me through a couple of gigs, so I just bought it, and 7 years later it's still there. It's still
That's a solid state, is it?
Yeah. It's it's lovely.
Yeah, nice, man. Well, I imagine you use it clean there then. And,
yeah, it's everything's set up the same. It's always set on the clean channel. It's always just, I let the pedals really do the hard work and just let the amp just do what it's supposed to, really. But yeah.
And of course, well, we spoke about earlier the MXR.
The Sub Machine.
Sub Machine.
Yeah, this is the beast. Like, it's just. Yeah, it's pretty. That's with the fuzz set to 2.
Nice. Nice.
And the sub set to 12 o'clock. So there's not too much fuzz on it, but it's quite ferocious.
Yeah.
I would turn it up, but I think
it's thicker than mine. I've got the King fuzz here, and I've only got it. I've got it like 1 o'clock.
Yeah.
Saying that, it's been playing to the back. But it's kind of, I think the premise of it really is, we're talking about plexis, it's like that turn, Marshall kind of plexi turn up. But it's regarding pedal order plays such a big difference, because you think of fuzzes and they're kind of meant to be kind of early on in the chain, aren't they?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And now I have the wah into my Spark into the 805, 805 into the King Fuzz into the Angry Charlie, and having that kind of last, or after the 805 and the boost anyway, like it stacked so much better. Before it was just sounding wank, it just wasn't stacking properly. But now it's the King Fuzz, and then that's the 805 on its own, and then together. But before, like we were talking about before off camera, like the kind of the honky sound you can get when you stick too many pedals on, it kind of farts out.
They all kind of cancel each other
But
out.
that doesn't now. It sounds really nice, know. Well, I think nice anyway. But the Angry Charlie, I'm still, sometimes I like it, sometimes I don't. To be honest, no disrespect, JHS.
It always comes back to, we always just end up to
But you know what? That probably links nicely, isn't it? cheeky edit as the camera ran out of memory, but you know, we don't go over that. That's the thing when we don't have a cameraman and you're doing this guerrilla style. Even the point where I'm checking now that the record button is on. But we were just saying after we did our little our blues jamming.
Yeah. With
some chords I was making up and some
I don't even know what.
And we jokingly said before the camera stopped that we didn't learn that at ACM.
No. But we did find each other at ACM.
Oh, my man. Guildford train station.
On the llamas.
Our llamas. Yep. No one's going to get that, but that's how we found love. But no, regarding the blues thing, because you do, you know, you go through all these pedals and then you end up turning the pedals off and you go back to that kind of stuff, you know. So like, obviously like you've got B.B. King and Albert King and Freddie King and Burger King.
Oh.
You got all that. But for me, like a couple of years ago, I really wanted to get my blues playing up, and I was checking out Robin Ford, and that was a big thing for me, you know. And he's like a big fan of B.B. King, you can hear it, but it just listened to it, and I wasn't really sitting with a guitar, listening, trying to work anything out. But it's the vocabulary, isn't it? It's like when we learn to speak, like you listen to your parents or family and that, and then that's how you start doing it. So I think if you want to get a certain style of music down, be it from blues, country to metal, like you're a big Metallica fan, so as you were saying, like in your early years, that is how you sounded, you know? Yeah. Because, you know, Kirk Hammett, Hetfield with a...
Exactly.
You know, that kind of stuff. For me, I was Richard Sambora. Yeah. So that's why I had all the kind of...
I remember those days.
That why vibrato was Sambora. You know what I mean? And then, you know, then Richie Kotzen comes in and then you start, you know, but... And then as you come older as a player, but yeah, with the whole blues stuff, just, you know, you think pentatonic, minor stuff, but the thirds, isn't it? You're defining.
I mean, like, you know a lot more about it than what I do. I literally just give me a pentatonic and a rock song and that's it.
Well, that's what it is, though. It's thirds, isn't it? It's all that kind of stuff. And you know, and then you kind of it's almost like a form of jazz, really, because you're changing over the chords. You know,
of course.
You think blues, like you just think pentatonics, but it's how you play it and things like that, you know. But then again, by doing your metal stuff, that's how you got your technique down, isn't it? And picking and all that
definitely. I mean, as I've got older, it has become harder to to go back to those things. But yeah, it's all very much all about trying to get the alternate picking down, and like you say, like literally the whole thing of, you know, like the whole just that sort of stuff, you know. They're for the rhythm stuff anyway. But yeah, it's. I mean,
did you do any exercises when you were doing that kind of stuff, or was it just through playing songs?
So yeah, I mean, really, it's just all the standard stuff, obviously. The spider thing. But then earlier we were chatting today about like how I'm trying to do and then go only using the second, third, fourth to try and start building up strength and everything. And I used to have a little like a string skipping thing. Just to sort of just trying to like build up and get your brain sort of active and stuff. So the whole string skipping thing's good because it gets your accuracy up and, you know, gets you used to jumping
picking
everywhere.
is tricky picking, you know, and because I'm left-handed but play right, but I still see it as left because my strong hand is here.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like everything is this, you know, with me, and then like my weak hand's there, but your stronger hand is your right. You know what I mean? So I don't understand why this isn't called left-handed. I know it's weird, but for me, like,
no, you got a point.
my strong hand's there. Because Jimi Hendrix, obviously a very well-famous left-handed player, and he wrote right-handed.
Did he?
Eric Gales as well. He writes right-handed and he plays left. Doyle Bramall, the second.
Yeah.
I think he writes right-handed but plays left.
Blimey.
You know, but Gary Moore, he's a lefty and plays right.
Blimey.
Mike Bradley, Lefty.
Yeah.
Doesn't quite. Nah, I can't put myself in
Hendrix, Gary Moore.
Yeah,
right.
One
day it might happen.
It just
One
gets
day.
down at the bottom there, doesn't it? You know. But yeah, you know, blues. It is basically jazz in my. It's a you know, another version of jazz. You know, with jazz, it's just got more kind of more spacey kind of chords.
Where's my favourite?
I remember when you showed me that, and I thought it was like some weird, but then I realised, oh, it's an inversion. And you're.
It just sounds nice.
Yeah. It's wicked. And I suppose one thing we should talk about, one more thing.
Yeah.
Mr. Eric Clapton.
Oh.
How has Eric Clapton affected your life, Samuel?
In more ways than one, because the whole reason why I got a white strap was because of him.
Of course, you saw it in the Albert Hall, didn't you?
Yeah.
And you got the gold lace centre pickups.
That's it. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So no, he was a huge influence for me. It was pretty much I was brought up listening to Clapton and Zeppelin and those sort of like my dad made me a little mixtape when I was a kid. And it was,
really? Yeah.
It was for me to go to sleep to, and it was it was like rock and roll and everything like that, and it was kind of obviously it would never make me go to sleep, but it always ended with
just before you started playing guitar, or when?
It's just kind of at the start, but then it would. I remember.
How old was you when you started playing?
9.
9. Oh, okay. Yeah.
I won't say how old I am now, but
yeah. You've got a few years ahead of me playing wise. You started before me.
But yeah, and then it would always end with Brothers in Arms by Dire Straits.
With the volume pedal.
Exactly. So this is it's all kind of everything that I sort of probably have is all from
John Mayer and Mark Knopfler.
Yeah, that little mixtape my dad made. But yeah, but no, like, well, as we earlier saw in the week, we went to go see his new.
Yeah, he's got a new Eric Clapton Knife and 12 Bars, and I'm sure you agree, it's the deepest music documentary film I've ever seen. Like, he's let everything, no whole bars of it, you know, from, you know, I mean, in the 70s, you wouldn't want to be pals with him. No. He looked like he would kill you.
Yeah.
I mean, Ted Bundy would be scared.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He didn't look like a nice bloke at all, you know. Yeah, yeah. And there's footage, I mean, please watch the film. You know, this isn't, I wish this was sponsored by Eric Clapton, but it ain't. But, you know, from, obviously, talk about his playing, you see the Cream years, and I love that tone he had in that video. The tone, but then he went in the 70s, and we were saying at the time, it was really thin. It's like, it doesn't work. Like, you heard outtakes of Dwayne Allman and Clapton, just the guitars on its own. Yeah. On Layla. It just sounded a bit pants. But then you put it in the mix, it's like, oh my god, it completely works, isn't it? You know. But yeah, there's footage of him doing drugs and, you know, swearing at audience. But then it just makes you appreciate him so much more. First of all, he wrote all these amazing songs and played them and that, you know. And how he's definitely been still alive. Yeah, he's definitely been on the journey. He's definitely, luckily for all of us, he came out the other end and he's still alive, and we all get to appreciate him still. But yeah, unfortunately, a lot of other people didn't make it through the other side. So yeah. You know, it's. I mean, when you talk of drugs, I think of another guitar player which I know is a big influence on me and you is Stevie Ray Vaughan. Yeah. And what really annoys me, and I think a lot of people, is that he nearly died from being a drug addict, well, an alcoholic, you know. He nearly died from it and everything like that. Got clean and sober, from going to wanting to kill yourself to like loving life. Yeah. And then that's it. And then it's like, nah. Life just has a way of just saying, nah. Sorry, buddy. Yeah. You know, it's so sad of him, you know. No, it's very sad. But there you go. What are you gonna do? Everyone go watch the documentary. Watch the doc. It's amazing. Very, very good. It is an amazing documentary. And yeah, again, what we were talking about earlier about Marshall. No pedals with Clapton back in those days. I don't think he. I mean, no, he said, didn't he? He never really used anything. Yeah. Like, it was just all the amp and which is amazing, really. Absolutely amazing. It was proper. Everything just came from his fingers. Yeah, you know, the old kind of. You got it there. Turn it down and. Weird, the woman tone, isn't he? You know, and. Clapton and myself. I love that song.
It's lucky there are no women in this room.
They're in the other part. Cool, man. Well, Sam.
Yeah.
You joined me finally.
I know. It's been a very long time. It's
been
absolutely
and let us know. Do you want Sam back? Let me know in the comment section below. Let's do a
This is
poll.
going to be awkward.
No!
Yeah.
Get rid of him!
Get him off!
No, I'm sure we'll do many more things.
Definitely.
And it's such a, like I say, to be in a cool studio where we can kind of crank it and be in the same room as the amps and not cry.
No, I'm very, very, very lucky to be here in RJ Studios. So yeah, it's here in Surrey.
Yeah, I'll put a link to like websites and stuff like that in the description box below if you want to come and check it out.
Yeah.
But my friend, I will. Well, I'll see you when we get drunk in a minute.
Yes.
Not that we're talking about Clapton and getting drunk, and you're like,
I know, yeah, definitely.
Well, let us know your thoughts in the description box below, and I will see you next time. Sam Bosanquet signing out. Bradley signing out.
Bye-bye.
Bye.